Hi, this is Mike from the Ski Legends, and I'm in Aspen, Colorado. Well, not quite at Aspen yet. I'm in Carbondale. Behind me there, you can see Mount Sopris, and I'm talking with Neiko. Neiko's a friend of mine, and I'm going to switch up. Hi, Neiko. Neiko is a friend of mine that I met not too long ago, who has a passion for ski lift chairs. And his is not to redo ski lift chairs. His passion is to keep the history of the ski lift chairs. And Neiko, tell me a little bit about this one that you're on. It wasn't lighted when it was lift one, was it?
Yes, it was red.
No, but it didn't have the red Christmas lights on it.
Oh, no. We added that ourselves. But no, this is from lift one. It was the first ski lift in Aspen and was once the world's longest ski lift in the world. I already said that. But yeah, I'd love to preserve the history of it. You got the numbers still on it, the lead paint. It still has some of the red and green patina on it, the original seat. I like to keep all of that original just because, like, this is history. It's the history of my favorite sport. I just hate to see people throw these kind of things out like junk, you know?
Now, we're going to tour around a little bit here, but how did you get started in this? You were pretty young when you started with chairlifts.
Yeah, well, lift one definitely piqued my interest. It was the first chair that actually made me passionate about this stuff, but my grandfather's involvement in the 10th Mountain Division is what really accelerated it.
Okay.
So, like, the fact that he's a huge skiing pioneer, a lot of stuff in Vail and Aspen is dedicated to him. And so that's just the kind of stuff that I like to do in his memory. Since I didn't really get to know him that well, he passed when I was very young.
Okay.
But I feel like his legacy lives on through my chairlifts in a way.
Right. Absolutely. So you got started 11 years old?
11 years old is probably when I really started to take off with this stuff.
Okay. And I saw, we're going to go into your portfolio a little later. You have stuff that you've collected. You've got all kinds of pictures and stuff that you've collected over the years with chairlifts from all over the place. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I made friends with a lot of the local historical societies.
Okay.
And I became friends with a lot of the archive managers, and they really thought, they saw my passion, they really loved it. And so they gave me access to a whole bunch of old photos, old memorabilia, contacts, just stuff that could really help me blow this up even more.
Right.
And since I was a kid, I really loved to document it. I'm very good with computers. And I just graduated with a degree in programming, so I now have even more skills to blow this up.
Right. Tell me a little bit about this chair over there. Is that also from Lift One?
No, this one is from Big Bear, California, actually.
Okay. How did you acquire that? The stories behind these things are awesome.
So this was before I had Lift One, or my Lift One chair. I always wanted like a single chair for my collection.
Okay.
And it took a while to acquire a Lift One chair, but this was the first single chair that me and my parents had found online for sale. It was like from some antique shop in Snow Valley, Big Bear, California. And it looks pretty much identical to Lift One. And I'm like, that'll do. So 11-year-old kid convinced his parents to buy this chair, and we had it shipped all the way out here from California. And here she sits.
That's wild. And you keep them in the original condition, which I guess some of them you have to redo just because, they need it. But yeah. I love that you kept these things original. Now tell me the one that's right next to you. That one is it a special one?
This one is, we found this in an old boneyard. And we actually have a couple more of the frames, just like this. And my dad is very handy with wood, and he decided to put his skills to the test and built a bench. He assembled these legs and made a nice little Adirondack seat for it. And
because it originally didn't have the flow to it when it was on a ski lift. They're usually very flat, although this isn't very flat either.
Yeah, original chairs, or like really old lifts, actually did have that. The flat thing is actually more modern.
Okay, so yeah, they're a little tougher on your butt than modern ones, but they do have cushions sometimes. Hey, we're going to take a break here for a minute, and we're going to come back. You're going to take me to the boneyard, aren't you?
Yes, I'm taking you to the boneyard.
I can't wait. Hang on, guys.